Fear drains your energy. If a company is literally in place, their whole purpose is to create a machine that drains your energy, get as much money as possible, basically, and just absorb it from you and customers. Why would they ever promote a light worker unless they absolutely have to? It makes no sense for them. That means they're draining less energy. Why would you? They don't want salespeople to discount. It means that they get less energy. Don't help the customer. It means we get less energy. Make their life miserable. Do you see what I mean, guys? Like, are you starting to piece this together, right? Have you ever heard the phrase, they know how to play the game? That's why they got promoted. What if there is a dark entity? And think about it, just if you can't imagine or picture that there could be something above us in a spiritual world or another dimension or things of that nature that could be considered a dark one. Think of it just as the CEO or the president of the company. This dark entity controls the game. They own the game. They're the designer. So if they want people to give up their energy, why would they design it in any other way but to help that situation? Right? So the people who know how to play the game basically are people who just cause problems, cause fear, cause damage, and they're being rewarded for it. We always ask, like, why does it seem like the bad people, the people who do negative things, climb the ladder? And we're like, oh, it's because they know how to play the game. It's like networking, schmoozing. I'm like, no. They are willing to do the dark deeds. They're willing to exploit. They're willing to hurt. They're willing to stab people in the back because it means that they get more benefits in their eyes, right? They're going to get more energy. They're going to get more money. They're going to move up the ladder. But because of that, to do that, they're literally, what many people would say, selling their soul, trading it for energy. I will say this as I continue. Everyone has theories. Everyone has theories about how the world works, about how things are, how things were. But here's the problem with that. If it's just a theory and it's never discussed and it's never brought to light and it's never explained and it's never tested out, that's the key. It has to be tested out. Are you stress testing the system, the limits, the possibilities? Are you? Are you? If not, if you're afraid to, then nothing's ever going to change. Ever. Nothing's ever going to change. It's time, guys. That's why I'm talking about this, because I am encouraging all of you to take this information and bring it back and evaluate against your own beliefs, your own experiences, your own situations. And maybe this is finally the conversation where you realize that, wait a minute, I agree with you. There's been some weird stuff. And you speak up and you say something, you start fighting back. And perhaps that company's drain entity, that Venus flytrap, is broken. And what happens then? All those people who had their energy drained, who are literally become empty husks, empty souls because their energy is completely being drained, now have energy again. What can you do when you have energy? You can exercise, you can go on runs, you can pursue your passions, you can pursue your hobbies, you start believing in things, you start getting healthier, all of a sudden you look younger, all of a sudden you lose weight, all of a sudden you make better decisions, all of a sudden you're not fighting with your family anymore, because guess what? You realize even if you don't have money, you're happy, you feel good, you feel at peace, you feel light. And that's the key. Think about it. Why is it that the system intentionally wants people to not have time? Why would they want them to go back to the office so they have to commute for an hour there and back? So wake up early, stuck in traffic. What does traffic do? It causes frustration, it causes stresses, road rage, more energy draining right there. Do you guys turn to see, like, it's all about energy and fabricating situations that present opportunities for energy draining to happen. Now you ask yourself, why? Why would that be the case? Well, who wants that? What wants that? Why? Like, look everywhere around you. Everything around you is creating situations to drain your energy. If you disagree, please tell me. I'd love to discuss it with you, because I don't think I'm 100% correct. I believe I'm extremely close. I might be the closest yet, but there's refinement that can be happening here. But it only happens through conversation and discussion. So please share your ideas, share your thoughts. Just picture this. If a worker comes home at 30 energy out of 100, because they worked really hard at work, they barely got any sleep, they were stuck in traffic, do you think that they're really going to spend a lot of time now to clean up their house, to pursue a side project to improve the world? No. They're going to go home and they're going to have a glass of whiskey. They're going to smoke a cigarette. They might not even walk their dog and just let them out in the backyard. They might yell at their dog for yapping. It's like, why? Why are you being so loud? They might just go to their phone and start browsing social media, comparing themselves. Do you see where I'm going with this, guys? So now, by creating a system that literally drains your energy, guess what they're going to do now? They're going to sleep. So now they sleep, but they probably cause damage at home to their friends, to their family, to other people. So also creating a new Venus flytrap in their home now that's also draining their energy, because fear creates it. Tell me, when you feel anxious, fear, dark emotions, do you feel like weaker versus when you're singing, you're happy, you're dancing, you're loving, Tell me what you guys think. I would argue that fear creates it. It can create a Venus flytrap out of anywhere, or a dark entity that is literally absorbing your energy, a parasite. But anyway, so do you see, like, you can literally prevent the world from evolving because they're spending all their time at work, and then after that they're just trying to survive because they're exhausted, because they have no energy left. And then you market them certain things that are supposed to help them with their energy issues, but really they're just going to drain them more. Alcohol gives you temporary energy. You're basically taking energy for now, which you'd have tomorrow. That's why it's a hangover. And we're not even going to get into the other aspects of alcohol, negative stuff, such as losing control. But the point is, what if there's literally an entity or an organization or group of people that just don't want humanity to progress because it's not in their benefit? They want to progress, they want to grow, they want all the energy, but they don't want you guys to develop. They want to keep you down. And not for they don't hate you. It's not personal at all. You're just cattle. You're just energy. That's it. Don't take it personally. You don't mean anything to them, good or negative. You're literally just food supply. So here's a question though. If movies, games, art, stories can hold creative energy and heal, does that mean that someone like me who understands therapy, self-awareness, if I know how to heal, let's say I healed a friend from 30 to 80 energy with my methods, my techniques, did I transfer my energy? Did I create new energy? Can I heal without losing energy? What do you guys think? I believe that it's possible to take just a little bit of yours if you understand the concept and give to a lot of people. So shouldn't we be developing healers around the world? This is why I believe in the concept of we need to create, we need to share, we need to develop stories, we need to develop our passions, the things that we know, because that conviction, that energy, that spirit gets into our work. Could that be the solution, the answer to bypassing the energy limitations that we have? Could it essentially, when I release this, could it be like a snapshot, freeze, copy the energy, and could we multiply it like this? If so, could this be the answer? We don't need to steal energy anymore. We don't need to take from other people. We just actually can create new like this by restoring. It's not technically creation, but if we restore, then people can do. And if people can do and create art, and then we can snapshot it, is it possible then that we can just make a feedback loop, a chain reaction of energy transfers through these art, through these stories? And because people have energy, they can create these passions, these projects, and work on them, and so forth and so forth. Of course, this is assuming that, which is the direction we're going to go to, building a society where we're no longer limited by money, where shelter is going to be provided for all, where the survival is no longer a question, right? Food is going to be covered, money is going to be covered. And no, don't be afraid of socialism and communism ideals. Those are not devil. On the contrary, we can still have a society that there's benefits for pursuing your passions and your projects and being good at what you do. You know, that's fine. And that's going to have to be figured out by people that are experts in that. But the point is, imagine if you don't have to worry about rent. Imagine if you don't have to worry about feeding your children and your dogs. Imagine if you just know that you're going to have water, you're going to have electricity, and you're going to have internet. You're going to be okay. Now, if you want the best microphone, there might be some system in place for that. But the bare necessities are covered. So if the bare necessities are covered, are you really going to be afraid? Now, you might be willing to take a risk. You might be willing to leave that job that is essentially a human ranch, slavery. You're not going to put up with it anymore because you don't need to. You're not worried about dying. Now, if you're going to work for such a place, it would be for something extra. Would you really become a slave to get a nicer microphone? You tell me.